I'm Mark. I'm the IT director for ICAST. I've been with the company about 9 months now, going on 9 months. I'm over the IT department, and we oversee all the internal IT functions for ICAST, but we also get to work a lot with external contractors and vendors, especially when it comes to developing software applications and things like that, creating the tools that ICAST uses in their daily business. I came to ICAST post-COVID. The company I'd been with was an in-house company. It required everybody to be in the office. I'd been there for several years. And whenever COVID rolled along, we got to go remote for about a year. And I guess I was ruined. I guess it's the best way to look at it then, because I got to see how effectively you can still work remotely, and actually got to really spent more time working on the job, taking care of things, and less time commuting. My job really required me to have about a 2.5 hour commute. And post-COVID, they wanted to go back to that same in-house work environment. And I was ready to look for something where I could continue to work remotely. And I ran across ICAST. I really enjoyed talking with people at ICAST. And then if I looked into the company itself and saw their mission and saw the things that they're working on, it really resonated with me. I'd spent a lot of time working with lower income people in my positions with the government before, and it's something I saw a great need in. I really liked it. And the fact it was 100% remote just made it icing on the cake. For me personally, in looking what ICAST does and their mission, their focus on trying to improve the quality of life and living conditions for lower income families is super important. Having worked before for the federal government and also for tribal governments, I've got to see what lower income families have to deal with. And it's not fun. It's not great. And anybody that's really working to try and improve that situation, really, for me, it's a noble cause, and it's a much needed cause. And then the fact that they're doing that and they're using technology really to enhance a lot of the mechanisms to really go into the housing that people really are having to deal with every day. Modernizing it, improving it, creating efficiencies for it is fantastic. And the fact that it's green energy as well, looking for alternatives, ways to reduce energy consumption, to improve the planet, that makes it fantastic. ICAST values reflected in our work, again being IT, since we're basically internally focused, we create the tools that everybody uses at ICAST really to perform the functions that they have. By doing that, we're more of the infrastructure, right? We enable ICAST folks to be able to do what they do best. So for us, it's really cool because we get to be involved with every function that ICAST is involved in, because IT touches everything. And we're creating those tools and those other, the vehicle really to allow ICAST to do the job that they do so well. I've worked for some very big companies, some very, very large corporations, like I say, for governments, and I've worked for some very, very small companies too. And there's good things and bad things about both of them. ICAST for me is a really interesting position because it's not too big, it's not too small. It's big enough that there's a lot of resources. We're able to touch a lot of people and do a lot of things, but it's not so big that you don't know everybody and doesn't feel like a family. So for me, that's probably one of the other things I think is a very essential element in really coming to ICAST and feeling like you're doing a good job, you're connected with your workers. Even though we're remote, you're still connected and you feel really good about what you do.